geez. Get applauded just for saying my name. I ought to go home. Hey, please stand up if you would and listen to Star Spangled Banner. Hey, we've got birthdays. We're back to that. If you're hoping we stopped, no such luck, man. Listen, last week it was too busy. Then thank you for coming out, especially all of you that came out last week and sat in the rain. God bless you. You brought your reindeer and you're here anyway. Thank you. What a beautiful night. Oh my gosh, you'll make up for it. Hey, we've got a kid who turned sweet 16 today. Do you remember turning sweet 16? No. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember 21. 16. Are you a sophomore? Did you just finish your sophomore year or junior year? She's a youngster, so she must be bright as well. Hey, from our clarinet section, this is Kara's birthday, and somebody else got a birthday today? Well, Hillary. It's Hillary's birthday? Hillary's almost 16. Almost 16. Take everything up an octave, honey. Thank you. That's the only Rosencrantz we do anymore, right there. Happy birthday, Olive Rosencrantz. Hey, if you didn't get your book before, band, I'll be around afterwards. We still have a couple left, so it's never too early to start stocking up for Christmas gifts. And we've had wonderful compliments about that you could read my writing. I had lots of editors, multiple editors. Hey, guess who's in the house? All them kids way back there, the U of M Music Camp kids are here. Welcome, kids. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Hey, how many of us went to music camp when you were a kid? Yeah, baby. The summer of my sophomore year. Yeah, baby. And I still have a friend from that. I go out every year and fix his band, but we're still buddies all the way from back then. More than 50 years ago. God. Hey, you know the best march in the land, bar none, just goes to stoke my ego. For all you that have been around forever today, sorry, last year it wasn't historically significant, but I have to do it. It's all about me. Here is the Gillette Look Sharp March. I'm sorry. I remember sitting up and watching the fights on Friday night with my old man. That's the only time he let me stay up late, and it's the only time I ever saw physical violence or experienced it was sitting up with the Friday night fights with my old man and that great theme song. I can't believe the company's still alive. I don't get email. They spell their name wrong. But I've taken on that theme song, and the guy who wrote it is from Eastern Washington and wrote the school song for Washington State University. He's a local boy, you know. He's a inland Northwestern, and then he went down to L.A. and made a great career writing movie music, and that's one of his few jingles, and it's a great march. All right, from the ridiculous to the sublime. I love the contrast. Thanks to Kevin Griggs for coordinating, twisting the arms of various faculty members on the University of Montana Music Camp, and he was successful at capturing this first-year teacher to University of Montana and the Chaminade Flute Concerto. Please welcome to the bandstand, Miss Jennifer Cooper. And our lovely sound man, back from Paws Up, Jay Straw. Say hi, Jay. I thought about saying something like, hey, let's go home. Geez, it can't get no better than that. Nicely done, Jennifer. Thank you. This is written by Leroy Anderson. Most of you know Leroy because he was the chief arranger of the Boston Pops and Arthur Fiedler for all those years. And he also wrote great arrangements and adaptations for band as well. You know him from the Bugler's Holiday and Trumpler's, Bugler's Holiday, Trumpler's Lullaby, the Typewriter Song, the Sleigh Ride, all those tunes. And he took on and wrote an Irish suite for the Boston Pops and then turned that around and wrote it for band as well. This is The Wearing of the Green. For all of us that have some Irish in us, I was over in Butte this year. It was a Saturday. I brought my tubas over there. We had more fun. Here is The Wearing of the Green. Thank you. And it's a wonderful time to dig down into your pockets. Yeah, see, I took my wallet out. All I have is my hanky. But I bet you have a wallet in there. Dig deep, dig often, give till it hurts. Janelle will twist your arm. Thank you for your contributions to the Missoula City Band. Thank you. Now you'd think that a good Irish tune would be followed up with a good Irish boy from Boston. You know, my little nephew Robbie's from Boston. And we think that most people from Boston would probably be Irish. I thought that for a bunch of years. I got like to have Rob Tapper. He's a low brass instructor, trombone extraordinaire. He does all the jazz programs. And watch out, the boy just plays like crazy. Last year we had some audio difficulties. We got no audio difficulties tonight. You won't need a mic to hear Rob. And he's going to share with you a sweet old Southern song that Ray Charles made famous. Good day. I see my mentor Fred Nelson's in the audience. Do me proud, buddy. Here is Rob Tapper and Georgia on My Mind. pretty good for a young fella, don't he? My little nephew, Robbie. You do us proud sometimes, buddy. Hey, this arrangement, somebody with deep pockets reissued this year for 10 bucks, made it available. This is something like this would cost hundreds of dollars for a band. Somebody with deep pockets reissued this thing for 10 bucks, and it's all the Stephen Foster medleys, written in 1935 by a Marine for the Marine Band. And we'll do half of it this evening. It's a 20-minute long composition. You'll be hearing Old Folks at Home, the Glennie Burke, which is the jig. Good around all night. You're gonna recognize that one. Going around all day, going around all yeah. Hard times come no more again. Jeannie with the light brown hair. Don't be confused with that one. Some of us go to Looney Tunes. And then Open Thy Lattice Love. Please enjoy this period arrangement. I can't do the math. 60, 70, almost 80 years old. Here's Stephen Foster Melodies. Well, when I asked Margaret when was the last time she played with a band, she said it was in the 8th grade when they let the string players come and play in the marching band for the parade. She played the bell lyra. Well, I said, it's about time we made up for lost time, honey. Margaret, Margaret Baldridge, oh, look at her applauding for you already. Did you bring family in, Margaret? The string camp. God bless those kids. Margaret and I go back a long way. It's so nice to finally make some music with her. Usually I'm tucked back in the trombone section somewhere. We get to bring Margaret out front. This is a classical piece of real literature. And listen to this. It's Reverie by Henri Bautin. Hey, yeah? Pretty close? All right. Been practicing up on my French. And I know the work in this whole series of great band arrangements from when I was a kid growing up in Detroit. Before everything went to heck in 1967 in Detroit, we had a great concert band down in the city conducted by Leonard Smith, who was a soloist, a trumpet soloist with the Sousa band years before. He knew how to write arrangements for classical music, violinists and singers, and put them into band literature, and this is a great one. Please, here's Margaret Baldridge and Reverie. Thanks to University Music Camp for loaning us their instructors for the evening. Thanks, Rob and Margaret and Jennifer. Hot dang, a whole bunch of them down there having a great time at music camp. Wake up, kids. We're going to do something for you right now. Featuring Over the Rainbow, Ding Dong, The Witch is Dead, We're Off to See the Wizard, the merry old Land of Oz, If I Only Had a Brain. Why, that one seemed to fit so well. I've got the lollipop up here for the lollipop song. What I'm sad about is that there's no music of the Flying Monkeys. Hey, Don, play a Sia for your dog. Right? I remember being in 5th grade, getting my trombone out, figuring that lick out. Those monkeys scared the hell out of me. Here's Wizard of Oz. God, what a great arrangement. We borrowed that from the Flathead Band. What a great arrangement. And band played so much better tonight than at the end of rehearsal on Monday. Hot day. Hot day. We didn't have enough time to work out all the details, you see, on Monday. We were busy working with soloists. Hey, next week, we won't be here. I know it. Sorry, come and cry on my shoulder afterwards, but there's no way we can do this gig and then run over to the mall. The mall has reclaimed the 4th of July, and this year the 4th of July is back at the mall. And they're turning it into a 4th festival. So we've got a couple of warm-up bands before us over there. We'll be on stage playing from 9:30 to 10:30, then the fireworks go off. And there's a couple bands before us. One I know is the Ed Norton Big Band. Some loudmouth is in charge of that. So we'll be down at the mall next week. Our Patriotic Prelude will be there. And we'll be back here the week after with the sweet headlines, I believe. Yes, it is. Hot day. Well, thanks so much for coming out. This is a chance for us to get another standing ovation because when the state song plays, you stand up, dang it. And if you don't know the words yet, it's about damn time, huh? Sorry. I don't have a contract, you know. Hey, in my research for in all the city band, I found this sweet little story. In 1910, the guy who wrote this song, Joseph Howard, came to Butte, America. And he performed there in Butte. He performed for Mrs. E. Creighton, Largy, who was hosted the reception afterwards, some lady in Butte with deep pockets, and she joked that Howard had sung a song about Illinois and slighted Montana in the program. And asked why he did that. He said, why, there are no songs about Montana. This is 1910. So, why don't you write one? Taking the challenge, Howard partnered up with the only writer present, Charles Cohen, who was the city editor of the Butte Minor paper. Half an hour later, they finished the composition, and before the evening's end, everyone joined in singing the catchy refrain. The next day, they premiered it at Great Falls and was encored 15 times, and eventually became our state song. And the most famous thing about the writer, Joseph Howard, is that he's most famous as a vaudeville singer, and he's most famous for "Hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my ragtime gal." So you hear a little bit of that song in our state song. One of the coolest state songs in the whole country. Here is Kids, Montana. See you on the 4th of July. Have a great evening. Thanks for coming out. Hey, I'm hawking my book up here. I dare you. All proceeds go to the Missoula City Band.